Feer 5.
So long, Bowser. Thank you so much for playing my game.
What up? We live! What up, 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 what's going on, Hepsi? What's going on, Proverb? What up, JBP? What up, Torith? The Sleeves Breeze. What up, Goalie? What up, Rezears? Why can't you bet? I don't know. We got a show match, so we should probably be on this screen. We are a show match streamer after all. What up, chats? Mathematical RL. How's it going with you? Here for the watch streak. Good to see ya. Later, the Crizzle. I think you have to be here for like a decent amount of time, or like, I don't know about decent. Just make sure you keep the tab open for a little bit if you're really worried about that streak. Yo. Owen, thank you for the tier 1 for 9 months. Where can you bet? Prediction is up, probably courtesy of Insane. It's going to be a best of 7, assuming Osoft is down. Because I think Rezears wants best of 7. Do I ever get tired of streaming so often? No. I don't. I go crazy all the time. Is there a prize picks link? No. Proverb, thank you for the 17 months tier 1. I'm waiting for TTS 5. But gritty bye 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 gritty bye. What up? Was that bars? It kind of was. You're super busy just checking in for the streak, so I'll probably stick around all stream. Feer's gonna announce that he's doubling his streams because of double the babies, so now going to 2 times a year. It's been a while, chat. We deserve some roasts. I own both of them. I bet you do. Type 1 in chat if you own both of our current participants in the show match today. Chat, we have some stuff to do. We're gonna start with a nice debut show match. A nice debut show match from Mr. Osoft and Rezears, the German battle. Then we're going to get into the special announcement that's going to have to do with the future of the stream. Okay? Exciting stuff. Also, everyone is talking about the other special announcement, which is just as special, if not more special. The transfer rumors about Baby Feer getting dropped for new Baby Feer in December. Osoft equals orange juice in German. I put it into translation in order to learn how to say it, and it did translate it from Osoft to O juice. So I believe you. And I'm not even sure if. Huh? What was that? Isn't. Huh? What's that first time, chatter? I'm trying to understand it. Can you announce something about the past of the stream? Old Feer is dead and he's never coming back. Old Feer is dead and he's never coming back. Have you guys been looking at Roster Mania, dude? Roster Mania has been especially mania-y today. The Monkey Moon news was today, right? Yeah, 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago. Monkey Moon to join Nupo on Twisted Minds, and everyone has already pre-jumped and assumed that TRK will join them. But I'm not sure we've actually been told that. Fatal Shot, thank you for the 14 months prime. Announce 4v4 pro show matches. That's actually a great question. Can you get the 4v4 arena yet? I don't think you can. What's it called? It was like something with an S. I was gonna do a 4v4 show match when they first announced it, but they didn't allow it in private matches. Do they allow it in private matches now? I just spammed through. I didn't necessarily see it. Foggiest Sauce 64. Thank you for the 13 months. Shift said TRK will play with Nupo. Did they? When? When did they say that? Or did everyone you've ever talked to just assume that? Did all of us just pick out what we felt was the most obvious transfer move that could possibly happen and just assume that it happened? Oh, it's in the same Monkey Moon announcement. Oh, okay. Got it. Let me go to Shift RLE. Oh yes, Nupo and TRK. One Pocket Kid, they have the 10 months prime. Foggy Sauce, they have the 13 months. We're hyping. This is what everyone's talking about. Monkey Moon to sign with Twisted Minds. Yeah, I forgot he said Nupo and TRK here. I guess this is the most we've gotten about what TRK is doing. Koi! Why are you live?
Diet plan, order it exclusively online at www.Butterfield.com. Call now. Sponsored by DSC_1439.
They'll be Bears! Save the 17 months prime.
Why are you live? DSC_.
Wow, that became way more toxic than Koi maybe intended it to be. Why do I live? I don't know. I mean, that's really an interesting question. TRK and Nupo are always going to team because of the 2/3 rule, and they are best friends. Listen, we all agree. We just hadn't seen it anywhere officially. Okay. Chat, we're hyping. They have the hype train. We're 0 streaking, which is always great. Burbo, they have the 10 months. We stream all the time. Yeah, we're big streaming. We are big streaming. The tweet of the Twisted Minds was at 5:11. Yeah, that was pretty good. I saw that. 5:11. Which time zone though? Which time zone was it 5:11 in? Because my guess is that they weren't targeting the Pacific time. My guess is it was just at a random time in my world. Yeah, 7:11. Not too special of a time. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's do a little Rezears Osoft. Ready to go? Flesh Daddy!
Going for that big double digits of prime.
Okay, it's going to be best of 7 debut here. And we can talk more about everything in special announcements as we finish up the show match and continue to stream. Can we get Moxie? Moxie, it looks like he's maybe picked back up his subathon. Chat, here we go. Clearly, it's been a bit since I've done a show match because the overlay is not even on screen. We have a brand new debut, a German debut. It's Rezears versus Osoft in our 1v1s today. And I will use the moment of this replay to go refresh the overlay. And it should be good now. Everything should be on screen. Osoft is a 17-year-old German player who has pushed his way up into the top 10 in ranked. You might not see him on the top 10 in ranked right now, and I think it's just because his account is bugged, you know, which doesn't look great for him because I think recently some DDoSing accounts have been hidden from the leaderboard in case people thought they were cheating, but maybe they just think Osoft is so good that he might even be cheating how much he's been flying up the ranks. I've seen him play against the likes of Moxie. We'll get to watch him play against Rezears right now. He is not a DDoSer, at least it's not as far as I'm aware. I've only had this thought come to mind right now. I remember that Daunt also, who is a long-time 1v1er, had his account hidden from the leaderboards as well. And I don't know, he never was able to get it fixed. Has never done anything nefarious as far as I'm aware. So I think it's just a bug for him. But we're going to see how he does today against Rezears in a nice best of 7. They requested best of 7. And I'm down to see how it goes. Osoft is looking like a pretty mechanical ones player when I've seen him play in the past. I feel like Rezears is a lot more mechanical than we seem to remember in terms of when we watch him play. Rezears has had his team announced. You know, we've been a little bit inactive in the offseason. as everybody figures out what teams are going to play for RLCS in 2026. And I believe we know Rezears is, right? He's with Atomic. It's Atomic Talks Rezears, I want to say, is that squad. As Rezears gonna get a counterattack. Are streaks bugged? It's not showing mine. Oh no. Oh no, release rope. Surely it's just bugged. Surely it's just bugged. I don't know if I can live or stream another day if Release Rope doesn't have his streak. Release Rope, were you at the last stream? The last stream was the Mina Infinite Flip stream. Rezears up 4-1 as he gets the resets and uses it to flip this one over the top of Osoft. Truck Freak, name of the 10 months prime. Been so long since the stream, I didn't even know my sub expired. All right, I get it. I get it. The streams, they've been infrequent. Maybe they won't be infrequent forever. Who knows? Delayed kickoff from Osoft, who's had a tough go of it here at the start of this best of 7. Could be a long best of 7 if he's not able to get a little bit more scoring on the board. Rezears played in our Nupo versus Moxie challenge, and oh my goodness, Osofts did not really challenge this one at all. We can talk about Rezears in a second. Chained some dashes together, got a 100 boost. Was he trying to like wall dash himself up the back wall? Either way, he's going to heavily overshoot the challenge on Mr. Rezears. And Rezears is going to make it 7-1 with 3 minutes still left to go on the clock. Osoft looking nervy. He might be. I've seen him play in tournaments, and he made it high in RLCS 1s. I think somewhere in the top 30-ish maybe for the European qualifier. So he's definitely been on the rise. He's been playing a good amount of 1s recently. Maybe he is nervous coming into a show match. I feel like there have been other big moments that he's been able to play. I know he played at least once or twice on Ground Zero stream. So it's not his first ever show match. But he might be using the rest of this 2 minutes, 45 seconds here to get his wheels underneath him and start to show the audience exactly what he can do. A little air dribble bump is going to get saved. And Osoft will be forced to reset here. A couple people wanted emote suggestions. Usually we don't do that in the middle of a show match, but it's been so long. I feel I owe it to you guys. You guys want to come back and immediately start spamming emotes, as you guys can see right now. Osoft, this is a great second goal. This is a great second goal to actually get himself going. Pre-flip in order to get the resets, and then he places it top shelf, crossbar down. That is the kind of offense I've seen from him in clips of his gameplay before. Rezears is not going to go to the kickoff. Osoft's going to tap it to the side wall, and is going to wave dash catch it in order to cut it over for a third goal. I was talking about him just getting a little bit of momentum, but maybe he has other plans. Still tons of time left if he can really actually get in his groove here. Try and steal away game number 1. Here's a kickoff win and a 4th goal with 2 minutes left to go. The emote you wanted me to add was not loading, so that's my excuse. Rezears gonna get a 9th on a kickoff goal. I took 1 kickoff off trying to look at the emotes again, and of course the ball instantly goes in. Rezears at ceiling height. You did a great job of threatening resets, getting Osoft to miss. Osoft's going to challenge all the way off the ceiling and has done well to stop Rezears from getting an instant goal. That's what we've seen him getting before. A nice demo to make sure Osoft cannot pre-flip back. Now he's staring him down and establishing dominance here. But since the 8-1 lead, it's looked better. And I know that might be insane copium for our debuting player, but it's the kind of copium he's going to need if he wants to bring it back in future games. If you assume the slate was wiped clean at 8-1, then he is up 3-2. Rezears. Nice shot down to the ground. Had the reset. Waited for the wave dash. I'm going to watch it again from Osoft. He's had a really tough time defending against Rezears mechanics. Really passive jump. No boost to work with, though, so it's never a great position to be in. Beans for the Bean God. Maybe the 20 months. Osoft's pinging one off the top left. Letting Rezears roll one in. I've got bad news about that whole 8-1 situation. Osoft tried to go first touch reset double off the back wall, but heavily overshot. It's Rezears trying to get crazy with it. Can he somehow get around and get this angle? He tried to, but it did not connect. Osoft, can he get one for the road? A nice clip here to end the game. Have it end on his goal. A pogo. 50 denied. Rezears covered it. That might have been, you know, exactly the spark he needed. Rezears, for a second I thought he didn't want another goal replay, but he did allow it to roll in. Rezears is absolutely laying it on thick here for Mr. Osoft, his fellow German, in his opening show match. 14-4. Osoft is going to read the fake kickoff and get a fifth. And he just keeps trying to end on his terms. Isn't a pogo attempt worth 9 goals? Maybe in the North Korean version of 1v1s. Sleaze Breeze! They were the 5 gifted. Valorant! Thank you for the gifted sub. Shout out Valorant. Let him know he's allowed to forfeit. Ain't no way. That would be way too toxic for me to tell him right now. If he asks, I'll tell him he can forfeit. But imagine ripping to a debut guy on his first game. Hey, just so you know, you can forfeit. Also, I have the bug right now, so I can't ready up. Hey, Feer, will we ever get to see a 1v1 Zen versus Nupo? Maybe. Maybe. Speaking of Valorant, I cannot understand the words that they're typing. Osoft just went live. Osoft RLL or something like that. On Twitch. I think I follow him. Game number 2. Rezears and Osoft. Casual, did I not read your sub? Thank you for the 15 months. 15 months, I don't appreciate you. You remind me of a stink bug stinky man. Really wish I didn't go back and read it in retrospect. Rezears taking on the DS challenge. Did go to the length of the field. That would probably have landed in, but Osoft does save it, and Osoft has a lead. Our debut player has a lead just 20 seconds in to game number 2. I missed someone else's sub that really doesn't sound like me. I'll go check real quick. Rezears is really liking this ceiling resets off the kickoff and then just floating behind the ball, saving his front flip, and Osoft is not doing much about it to try and prevent it. Hoffy18, thank you for the 19 months prime. I got Truck Freak, right? Truck Freak, thank you for the prime. Flesh Daddy, going for that big double digits of prime. Burbo, thank you for the 10 months tier 1. We got Koi. I think we're caught up. Let me know if you did not get shout out. Osoft using the grass clippings boost. Ooh, nice recovery from Rezears. Actually almost able to get a counterattack out of it, which was not an easy position to be in. Osoft has given away a free goal here or there. And I would say this is an example of one. I don't know if he was diving in for a demo or not, but he ends up turning off, getting himself bumped in a situation that did not have to be an easy goal for Rezears. Rezears 50 Osoft, nice takeaway, good confidence from him, but does not have enough boost to make a play out of this one. Even with 20 or so left over, you could have jumped up from the ground and made a play on the ball, but he has been unable to break up Rezears' offense with any sort of consistency. Sure, he stole the ball away a second ago, but right after Rezears regains control and catches him out on a backflip challenge. Osoft gets a nice 50 on this air dribble, and Rezears dunks it right back into him, giving him the reset. Rezears has been very proactive on defense, but definitely overshot this one. Osoft is not going to show up on the leaderboards, but if you check his account right now, I think he's like number 6 or 7 in 1v1 MMR. Osoft wants the bump. Bit greedy, and Rezears miss. This is a humongous miss and a great opportunity for Osoft to take advantage of a mistake that has been very rarely given to him. Oh my goodness, Rezears somehow still got that save on the air dribble bump, even though Osoft connected on it. Rezears now taking it across his net, was not able to reset on 100 boost, and he got chased off the ball. He's actually just completely leaving. I don't know if he got bumped or not, but I think he knew he had gotten beat. Oh no, he probably did get bumps, considering the way he was spinning there. Racket Brawler, they were the 18 months prime. Osoft is absolutely a legit player. He played in RLCS 1v1s. I don't know why his account does not show up on the leaderboard. It is not unprecedented. There have been people whose accounts do not show up. It has nothing to do with DDoSing. Nice bump from Osoft. What a save from Rezears to manage that 50 into the crossbar. Osoft, really heavy first touch. Oh my goodness, he's going to try and shoot this. 2 resets, catch, floating behind the ball. I'm not sure that 50 is good enough. Ooh, Rezears missed touch, and I did not see Osoft punish there. He does decide to back off, manages to make a save. Needs to protect the ball a bit better because Rezears is going to steal it away at any other chance. His epic name is only shown. Oh, so it's his epic name. It's not even a daunt situation where his account is truly gone. It's just his epic is his main account. That's actually a way more boring. Osoft is on the leaderboard. His name there is Zen. Oh, RL Mateo. You know what's funny? Is I saw RL Mateo. I don't know how to say it. I guess it's the German. But I've seen that name really high up enough to be like, I wonder who that is, and do I need to find out who it is in order to potentially have them on? Turns out yes, but I found out about them again in a different way with a different name. Osoft is 17 based on my intel, which, as we all know, is just ever so slightly over the hill. So hard to say young prodigy. But you never know. Maybe Rocket League is getting older and older in general. Maybe the young prodigies could be as old as 17 in the future. Osoft has played a much better game number 2, but the end result is looking like it might be the same with 45 seconds left to go. Rezears is trying to force the very little bit of boost that Osoft has out of his car by lobbing balls up to about crossbar height. Osoft is not getting caught out as bad as he did before. Gets bumped into the boost. Should be able to recover and might even have one last chance here. Ooh, what a respawn for Rezears. It shows up directly underneath him as he starts to flip away. I think that helps him out a lot. Osoft should be able to pick up the midfield 100. Is backing off and setting up a dribble of his own. Resets. 50. Can he get around to get the angle? Oh, he fakes first time. I'm not sure that's going to pay off, but I also don't know if he could have scored without a fake either. Game number 2 going to go to Rezears. My drive is full. Interesting. It's just because of all the streaming I've been doing recently, right, chat? I've just... so much streaming. It's filled up my drive that I was using to record. And Drewski, they've been 29 months. Wow, that go live button must have invisible paint on it. I found it! Chat, I found the go live button. Feer Gatsby? Why? But why? Game number 3. Osoft will once again take the lead. I have to make sure to refresh the on-screen one so the YouTube commenters can understand what was just added. Osoft wants to take this to a side wall. Somehow manages to survive the bump attempts. Now, jump into... oh, wait, Rezears... did Rezears not just pop that ball directly in front of his net in a way that I thought Osoft could maybe punish? Very intentional save from Osoft off his own post to set up this counterattack. He's going so fast that a double jump will do it. Oftentimes going too fast results in not being able to make the kind of outplay you need to. In this case, with Rezears not being able to grab any sort of boost at all, a double jump will cut it. And a 2-goal lead is maybe the biggest lead we've seen for him. Osoft has the resets, fakes the musty all the way down, and Rezears still able to intercept it. Credit to Rezears' defense, as that was definitely a locked and loaded flick that could have sent the ball. Osoft trying to fall to the ground. We definitely would have counted that as a pogo goal if it did get scored, because he basically pogo bumped it. Nice bump on Rezears to set up this long shot. It's to the back wall. Rezears is going to be flopping. It'll be a third. 3-0 for Osoft. Didn't get it on target with the first hit, but Rezears clearly respecting it like it could have been. If you're the kind of guy to make a debutante play a salt mine main eventer. If you're ever an aspiring debutante, do you think that they want to show that they can beat other debutantes? Or do you think they want to show that they can beat salt mine main eventers? Nice dunk. Rezears 15 to send that one on the crossbar. Swarls, thank you for 87 months. Wow, new announcement. Wonder what it could be. I guess we'll have to see. I don't think Swarls knows, to be honest. He said, wonder what it could be, almost as if he knows what it is, but I'm not sure he does. Rezears finally on the board here in this game number 3. The Lifeless Nerd with a 26 months prime. Wow, new announcement. Wonder what it could be. I guess we'll see. Brage Begathon. Oh. Feer is gonna go announce he's gonna go full time, but for real this time. Duke of Sims, thank you for the 60 months, tier 1. Wow, new announcement. Wonder what it could be. I saw everyone was calling the Kai Sinat subathon the Begathon. I'm assuming that's where it came from. I tell you what, if I could beg on stream and get 1 million subs, you better believe I'd be out there begging. Crispy Maestro, they have the 11 months prime. Thoughts on the Monkey Moon transfer? I get the sense that it was a bit of a last player left over for both Monkey Moon and Twisted Minds. Maybe not. Monkey Moon, it seems like, was potentially about to get stuck in Vitality contract jail, and we've seen how that's happened with lots of other top players and how we don't really ever see them again. But potentially that he was bought out, I imagine, from Twisted Minds. And I'd be really surprised to hear that Twisted Minds' first person they were trying out was Monkey Moon. But it's really interesting to see how all the cards fall. Yeah, it definitely was. They tried to get a lot of pros, but no one agreed but him. Do you say that because you're just speculating with confidence, or you know something we don't? Ooh, Rezears equalizing in this game that feels very must-win for Osoft. He's been playing a great game so far, leading all the way up until this minute 16 mark. I saw Nupo and Monkey Moon were streaming earlier today. Well, actually, I don't know if Monkey Moon was, but Nupo was. Rezears kickoff win. Flick top right. 5-4. Refusing to go easy on the debutantes. And just not a bad setup on the shadow, but just even better placement. Like I was saying a while ago, Rezears played Nupo and Moxie and got a win. I think he got a win against Nupo, your current 1v1 world champion, towards the beginning. Actually, I think it might have been the very first match of the Nupo Moxie versus the world event we ran earlier. So Rezears is very much a top player and a tough person to debut against. But I'm sure Osoft wouldn't have it any other way. Did I see the Shopify roster? Yeah, it's FKLJ and somebody else. Kofer. It's Kofer. It's FK and Kofer teaming up. Osoft's really clutch play defensively. Wait, did Rezears just miss off the back wall? I got distracted by chat. They're asking me about the Shopify roster. We all need to lock in. Osoft might be on track for a win here. Rezears wanted a wave dash kickoff. Oh, he's going to go try and steal boost. Can Osoft punish? Chips the ball up, stays low to the ground, zap dashes to pick up the 100, and make sure he does not just get himself demoed, but he used up all his boost now to get this clear. And he's looking for a bump on Rezears. He actually clutched up. He's going to try and score off it too. He has 12 boosts to work with. Rezears backboard double. This is the better version of the Moxie bump attempts at LAN. Going for a bump on 0 boost actually pays off for Osoft. It did not work for Moxie. Rezears wants a kickoff goal. Osoft saves it. In and out of the nets as he tries to creep out towards the ball. Rezears is maybe trying to get him to panic, but he did a decent 50. Now he's in a really tough spot because Rezears has scored almost every time he's had boost. And a position like this one, even though he didn't score on the first attempt, Osoft is not out of the woods. Nice pin into the crossbar here in overtime. Rezears is continuing to try and fake. He's just lobbing the ball up into an awkward spot over and over and over again. Osoft, great use of the single jump and then flip to kind of cover the fake and account for the fact that he was trying to get left out to dry. Osoft soft touch, an attempt to keep it near the post so he can control it and not Rezears. Another attempted save. That one's not going to be good enough. Came from above the play. Rezears does finally win. Osoft has dropped out of the match, maybe to change car of some sorts. Rezears not taking it easy as he's up 3-0 in a best of 7. We could go over roster moves / drama. I was thinking about making a video covering all of it at the end of Roster Mania. Because every day I've thought, oh, I could make it now. New Mania comes out. Not at the end, the hype will die. True. True. It is a balance. Yeah, the fact that the Decemberland being only NAEU is extra bad considering the new MENA teams. Rawas, Killiers, Drally, and TRK Nupo Monkey Moon having no chance no matter what they do to make it to the kickoff land is definitely looking like a whoopsie daisy on the part of Epic. But what I've already said about the kickoff land, first off, don't complain about new nice things. I think it's better than having no kickoff land. Secondly, I do think there's still something to be said about the fact that they're bringing a bunch of teams together and then starting by having them play themselves, which feels like a waste. If you're going to bring all the North American teams to the same location as the European teams and they'll all be in the same building, it feels like you should set up a format where they just get to play each other. I know they want to finish out that first regional on LAN, which is cool. It's a neat idea, and it definitely makes sense if they like did 2 regional LANs or something, one in EU, one in NA. But if they were next to each other, certainly we could have thought of something that takes advantage of more cross-region matchups, and maybe those could also include a MENA team. Rezears on the air dribble. Reset denied. Osoft is looking a lot more comfortable after these first few games. A lot speedier. A lot tougher to deal with. Still so far not quite good enough to stop a Rezears who has been cooking. But definitely somebody who is now showing why their MMR is so high in ones. Rezears, he missed. He had to fly back to get the save, and he actually almost did. But there'll be another Osoft goal. Nupo rates Monkey Moon very highly. I think a lot of us do. At EWC, Nupo interviews said Monkey Moon is a top 3 player in the world. Back it is! Thank you for the 44 months. Why am I automatically subbed to a random channel? Please. I know it's been a while, but random channel? Chat, do we need to add OME emotes? Osoft is going DS challenge. Actually, no, he's not even really attempting it. He's stopping way short. Rezears. Flick up to Osoft. Grabs a demo. And puts one top shelf. Is the DSC stream happening? I guess we'll have to see. Chat, you know how when you win a big tournament, they give you a blue tag, like a blue title in game? You set shot from Osoft, makes 3-1. Kind of like Rezears. Type 1 in chat if you would instead take a blue bag. that you would then, I don't know, put your cat in or maybe get in yourself. Agonizing Poo, they were to 20 months. Tier 1. Yeah, yes, I'm very familiar with winning a tournament and getting a blue tag. Yeah, me too. We're one and the same. I have hundreds of dollars in Rocket League earnings. Check my Wikipedia. Osoft leaving the net open for a long shot. I believe both of them are streaming right now. Rezears has his exact name on Twitch, just Rezears. Osoft, I think, has an R and L and maybe even another L. If somebody knows what it is, we can link it in chat. I was told he went live. Rezears gaining kickoff possession, winning the midfield 100, dealing with the bump attempts, and forcing in a 50. Osoft RLL. Yeah, so I think I had it right. Osoft RLL. Rezears trying to snipe top shelf. Doesn't work. Osoft gonna switch the field. Fakes the air dribble, I would argue. And instead, cuts it infield for some ground play. Picked up Rezears' corner. And he just can't seem to decide what to do here. And these pivot cuts that don't actually connect leave himself in such a bad spot. They could be highlight plays, it seems like, if his vision was realized, but they have not been realized. Rezears up 4-3. Osoft to the back corner, a heavy touch. Just short of ceiling heights. Gets the reset, goes top shelf, and Rezears can't keep it out. 4-4. Just think of that team yet who doesn't have their third. You guys know the one I'm talking about. Stick around for the announcement. Zeusy! They were the 14 months. 4-4, Osoft trying to get on the board. Trying to begin what would be an epic reverse sweep in a debut against Rezears, his fellow German player. Wants an air dribble, bump, connects, has a lead. 5-4. Rezears trying his best to flip through the pain. It's not going to work. Delay kickoff from Osoft as he tries to ice this game out. He's able to pick up a pad when Rezears didn't have it on the kickoff. That actually ends up being a really big deal for him to be able to rush to the ball. Rezears has control now. Osoft does not want to dive in and get beat and leave a wide open net. He seems hesitant to do so. He wants Rezears to have to beat him, but Rezears, ooh, so close to getting there in time. Should be able to keep this one up. Osoft dives, bumps him. Rezears, can he get back into the grag? It's not going to matter. Can you get back to the grag, as they say? It doesn't matter. Oh, you're right. I haven't turned on the bot. Who is dude, it's been so long. It's been way too long. I forgot how to stream. I can't believe it. I knew I was gonna get roasted, but I didn't think I'd forget this many things. Game number 5, Osoft on the board. Not going down without a fight. It is Rezears who I imagine picked the best of 7, or from what I remember, was told one of the best of 7. And we'll see if that ends up being a mistake. Osoft does move fairly uniquely on some of his speed flips, some of his air dribbles. He moves in a way that I don't often see. Problem is, what's yet to truly be known is whether or not that can be used effectively to win. Sometimes you can see people move unlike other pros, and it's usually safe to assume that that's a mistake. all these other very good players are moving similarly for a reason. But every once in a while, someone breaks the mold and shows what else can be done. I did not turn on the sentiment bot, chat. That one was for Worlds. Do you guys want that one on every single stream? So you can just type +2 for everything? I turned on the King bot. I'm assuming that's the one you guys cared about. The marbles one. That one is fun, yes. You guys promised to never, ever, ever get tired of it. Rezears. A double in order to dodge an initial save attempt, I think, was the intention here. If he had put that on target, Osoft on his late recovery with no boost would have been able to cover the net, make the save. So instead he put it out of his reach, forced him to over-rotate back, which Osoft really had no choice in not doing, considering his boost amount. Nice angle here. This is Osoft starting to get warmed up. He's starting to play like we know he can. This is not the easiest shot ever. Tight angle top shelf. But he's starting to make those connections. Osoft, is he somehow going to prevent this goal? No, he's not. Rezears will make it through. Rezears, nice backwards diagonal there to catch the ball and guarantee it. Rezears taking this air dribble into Osoft's corner. I should say stealing it away, clearing it away. A nice demo attempt, or successful demo, I should argue. But Osoft's going to respond in time. Does not elect to grab 100 boosts. Instead, going to play off just a couple. And that ends up being the right decision. Almost landed outside the nets. Still should be able to get 100 boosts on his own half. As Rezears resetting possession, wants to bring the ball down to the ground. I credit Osoft for not completely leaving until it was actually clear the dribble was going to happen so that he could pressure that and not allow Rezears a free possession. It's a mistake that players make a lot, but not one that Osoft made. Rezears is going to make a save and counter, and it's good enough that Osoft even credits it in the quick chat. Dansku RL, they with a 6 million viewer raid. Raiders, type DSC 1439 with an underscore in between the letters and the numbers. I'm sure someone in chat will show you how. Osoft. Reset Musty. Oh my goodness. We saw him fake that earlier. This time he shows that it absolutely is in his arsenal. Just slightly too high. Ground dribble delayed flick. Rezears sends it into the post. Osoft trying to stick around close enough to make sure he's the one who gets the 100, which he does, but Rezears gets the ball and Rezears gets the goal. You have to leave. Will the announcement be on Twitter? Yeah, I probably should put it on Twitter. Yeah, we'll put it on Twitter at some point today. It's that I deleted Twitter. No, it isn't. It isn't. Rezears in control of possession with 1:21 left to go. A big deal here. The fact that this boost did not spawn for Osoft, he's going to have to wait for the ball to fall all the way to the ground. He thought he could time a good challenge, and Rezears instead just chips it over the top of him. He was so tentative, so afraid to dive in, make the wrong challenge here that he just stayed grounded and got it chipped ever so slightly over the top of him. Announcement could be about marbles at the end of the stream or when. I guess you have to stick around to find out. Double fake kickoff. Ends up playing in Rezears' favor for sure. Now Rezears playing a bit of keep away by slamming it to the ceiling and ultimately winning this game with ease. Osoft potentially calling it there. At least stop moving for a bit. Rezears getting bumped away. Osoft, they can do the exact same thing. 2 ground bumps into half flip. We could be stuck here forever with them going back and forth. Ceiling pinch. Rezears not able to double it. Osoft, I think, is essentially just playing for the clips now. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that he can do. He just barely misses that one. Top left, you can see him dropping the no. He was hoping for his triple flip reset across the field to be something he could walk away with in this match. But it looks like that game 4 win will be his crown jewel that he'll have to work from in future matches. I would hate to be Osoft right now. Sorry, had to do it to him. even if you're a debuter. Osoft again, trying to hit a clip for the road. Not going to be able to. It's GG's. It's Rezears, 9-2 in game number 5. GG's. Thanks for playing, Osoft. Great to have him on. I think we have a player on the rise, on the grind. I think we're going to see a lot more of Osoft in the future. That's the last one today, smiley face. He said, yeah, of course today. Oh, Osoft's down to play some more in the future. How rude of you. Wait. In your world, do I just have to say yes no matter what? Is that the only way I can't be rude? Is to say yes, another one right now? Soapy, you redeemed TTS in a screen in which TTS is never allowed. So it does make me kind of want to have you get scammed, but I might repeat your TTS too. Danke, I know that. It's German for thank you.
Hi.
No.
What's up, chat? I now have 6 kidnapped dogs in my basement. 5. Make sure to use your Prime subs today because I will not be streaming for 3 weeks after today.
That's not true. Thank you, Bull-Blooded.
That's gonna do it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and my second channel and my third channel and my vlog channel and my gaming channel
And my stream channel and my clips channel and my fitness channel and my music channel. I wish I had that many channels. Chat, it's time for the announcements. The big announcements. You've showed up to stream, and it's because you wanted to find out what the announcement was all about. You saw it in the title. You saw Rezears versus Osoft. Shout out to Osoft. And the answer is that you can get yourself a nice watch and necklace at Holzkern. You can get yourself a great necklace just like the one I'm wearing right now and a beautiful, beautiful watch at Holzkern. We also have another announcement after this one, but we do want to thank our friends over at Holzkern for sponsoring the stream this month. As you guys know, I famously have went into the men's watches myself, scrolled through to find the best watch, found one called Gifted. Let me see if it's on this page. It is! And you can see it's being modeled by a very manly man. Just like I am. My version is not this version exactly. It's more like, whoa. Whoa. There's some nice ones, dude. There's some nice ones. I wish I could get 15% off. Okay, mine doesn't happen to match any of these. So I'll have to keep looking for it. But chat, Holzkern has given away a couple sweet gifts to people who could play marbles. This time, I don't have a marbles giveaway. I just have the 15% off for everybody in chat. Here's mine. Here's mine. Here is the watch that I decided to go with from Holzkern. As you can see, me and this lovely lady are modeling it for you, making it look beautiful and amazing. You can save now with exclamation point Holzkern. Whether it is you want to get yourself some nice jewelry or you want to get some for a woman in your life. These guys are from Vienna, Austria, which isn't Germany. In case you guys knew that. I know we just had a couple German players play, but I think they might be close to each other. Yes, I can confirm. I can confirm that Vienna, Austria is not far from Munich. Probably takes you, I don't know, I'm going to guess 6 hours to drive between the two. Ivan, I think, is Austrian. Should have had Ivan on. Should have had Ivan on. But they make really cool watches and jewelry, chat. Made out of natural ingredients. It seems like a weird way to say it since you're talking about food. But like, mine has wood. This one has a leaf. These are all, of course, the women's watches. If you did want a women's watch, you won't be able to find mine here because mine's a men's watch. And I really appreciate people like Holzkern and companies like Holzkern because shouting us out and, you know, giving us sponsors like this one make it possible for us to work full time. And we're always streaming. We're always going live and we're always full time, just like you guys know I am. Now, it's time for a different announcement. A different announcement. And I'm just trying to decide how I want to announce the announcement because I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even thought about it. You don't believe me anymore? Announcement number 2. Streaming? Could be. I'm just reading suggestions in chat. Before we get to the new announcement, should we talk about our...
Live. What's up? Chat, here is the real special announcement. The 9 to 5 Athon is back and Dr. Feer is taking the baby.
Wait. What just happened in this world of TTS? In case you didn't know, this was our previous announcement that a lot of people are referring to. What just happened? Everything just went black. Oh my goodness! It's marbles time! OTW Dixon, even the 7 months prime. It's time to get things started. So come on, everybody. Boys, be my boy. I wanna feel your body. Boys, be my boy. Tonight I'm ready, honey. Boys, be my boy. I wanna be your lover, girl. And for the record, this isn't even the announcements. I just saw somebody said marbles, and I thought it'd be funny to bait the announcement even longer with marbles. Another announcement to come. After a couple minutes of ads and a marbles race. Sleaze Breeze for the 4 gifted! We hit the sub goal! We're streaking! Can you imagine? One streaking! Sippy Whoopie Boy, thank you for the 8 months prime!
Exclamation mark play.
Are we ready? Let's play the regular marble songs. New song? I think that song was always after boys, but I don't usually let boys end like that. All right, chat. After this marbles race, starting in 10 seconds.
Exclamation mark.
Let's Steve Man over the 9 months prime. We have a couple more things to do today, including, but one of them has to happen. The announcement has to happen before one of them. The announcement has to happen before one of them. Guys, sorry. It's just I'm new to streaming. It's been a while since I've been full-time streaming. You know me. I'm always live. Is the announcement an announcement or what? I mean, yeah, the announcement is an announcement. It's an announcement of something else. Let me guess, Baby Feer is becoming an older brother to new Baby Feer. Yes, that's true, but that's not the announcement. Wait, is this one of the ones where it's just like random who wins? And you just never know, and all of a sudden somebody is gonna finish before we know it? Koi is just repping the portals over and over and over again. Koi, are you ever gonna launch? I don't get it. There's me! Am I gonna win? Oh my goodness, that was tense. Sir Chris of Spades! Sir Chris of Spades. Don't point and laugh at me. Eddie Bear. I hate to break it to you. You are no longer a VIP. Instead, it's going to be Sir Chris of Spades. Sir Chris of Spades. How did it know to type that? How did it know to autocomplete it? Okay, that's weird. King should be updated? Please tell me the announcement is something Rocket League related. It is. It is. It is. First, before we get to the announcement, chat, let us mourn Rashmodan. I think we might have gone offline long enough that there are no timeouts. Let me see. I have to update this. Did we get him yet? Yeah, there might be actually no active timeouts. Have we gotten Rashomon yet? Okay, we got him right there. Yep. Everyone else just got out scot-free. They might have been released anyways. It also maybe has been about 2 weeks since we've last been live. Rashomon is our only timeout victim. And now it's time, chat. No more baiting. No more baiting. No more prepping. It's real announcement time. The big announcements that I bring to you guys here today about twitch.tv/Feer is something everyone's been clamoring for. It's not Saltmine 5. That would be sick, though. Starting next Monday. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm blocking it. And so is Marvel's Failures. Oh, it's the worst thing ever. The 9 to 5 is back, kinda. The Begathon. The Begathon is back, kinda. Instead of the 9 to 5-a-thon, it's gonna be called the Dawnathon. The Dawnathon. It won't be from 9 to 5. That was too much. And what is the Dawnathon? What is the Dawnathon? Somebody is asking in chats. Well, Dawn stands for something. It is a Begathon. Timu Mafia-thon. It is the Begathon. But what does Dawn stand for? It stands for double or nothing. The double or nothing-a-thon starts Monday. $17 characters. Don't look into it. Don't look into it. Now, before I explain what the double or nothing a thon is any farther, I need your guys' help. I need your guys' help with something first. Then we can get into the exact details. What it will be is it'll be me streaming from 10 to 3. From 10 to 3 each day, as long as some subs keep it going. But that is really just the background thing for the big events that'll be going on during it. I had this pulled up here before, but I have to pull it up again, I think. I need your guys' help. It stands for Don't Watch. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. GBA! They were the 14 months. It should have been the DSC-a-thon. No longer do we not stream. I need your guys' help, though. I have myself a list of players here. Now, it might not be the only players that are playing in the Dawn-thon. In fact, I hope there's more. I hope there will end up being more. I expect there to be more. These are the people who have already agreed to play. These players that you see in front of you are going to be playing 1v1 matches. So I would like to tier list them based on their 1v1 strength. Starting with Atto. We are not going to have an S+. We had an S+ when we've done this in the past. I think that was necessary with more people. So let us put this poll up on screen. I don't know why we can't see it right now. Oh, because it's hidden. Chat, where would you say Atto should go on this tier list? Take a quick look at the names of everyone who is on here so far. We can always do adjustments later. But it's looking like chat is pretty confident about Mr. Atto and A. So no reason to wait any longer. We don't need to drag these ones out. Let's do Drally. Let us do Drally. Where would you put Drally? Drally, I would put S. Chat is saying S as well. I agree with their ball knowledge. So please stop voting for Drally. Now instead, vote for the guy who showed up at the 9 to 5-a-thon last time around. The Mob. The Mob came from chat, and he's back for the 9 to 5-a-thon 2, kind of. It's the Dawn-a-thon. The Double or Nothing-a-thon. Chat wants to put him S. Okay. Chat is saying S tier or C tier. If I end it now, it's gonna be S tier. Chat, let's talk for a second, okay? Let's talk for a second. You're gonna want to be very accurate with all of your assessments. When I tell you why, you're gonna be like,
Live.
wow, we could have made a mistake.
Bomber gritty,
on
bomber gritty, bomber gritty, bomber gritty, bomber gritty.
Thank you, JVP.
Bomber gritty, bomber gritty, bomber gritty.
Bomber greedy. So I'm gonna give you guys another chance. Where should Reb Mob go? Where should Reb Mob go in the list? Nah, Feer, I'm gonna call you on Discord in a minute. Why? Why are you gonna call me on Discord? You don't know. We don't need to be in any calls. It is gonna be C by a slim margin. Chat wants the Mob in C. All right. Dr. Known now. Dr. Known. DMs? Is it like, hey man, I'm an S tier 1v1er? I don't see you. Did you DM me on Steam? I don't see you on Discord. Where should Dr. Known go? Chat seems pretty confident that Dr. Known should go in B. Okay, Dr. Known votes are complete. How about Juicy? KC Juicy. Carmine Corp Juicy. Do me fast, I want to see. Okay, we can go to Rezears. We can go to Rezears next. Juicy chat is putting in B. Okay. We're gonna skip ahead. Rezears wants to see what he is. Vote on Rezears, chats. Now check. Red Mob's trying to move himself up. Red Mob, how about you wait until you find out what C is gonna give you before you start clamoring too much. Okay, they have Rezears in B. Although some in A, some in C. It does look like mostly B though. Probably top of B based on what I'm seeing in votes. Next up, Jor Oots. Jor Oots, chat. Where should Jor Oots go? Fear killing young talent? Oh, what? What is this accusation? Where is Osoft in the list? We could potentially add Osoft. I could be interested. Joroots is getting an A. A clear A tier. Okay. How about the mock, chat? Where should the mock go? It should be clear S. It is clear S. Good, good, good. How about CRR? And again, I think I'm gonna be able to convince more than the people listed here to play. Rezears, save the raid. W Ray Rezears. Raiders type DSC 1439. I think we'll get more people than just is listed, and I'll basically add them to the tier list, or we can add them to the tier list collectively. A lot of S voters for CRR, but mostly C voters. Maybe because they're typing CRR. Nush! Where should Nush go? Where should we put Nush on the tier list? Chat is saying B. B-A, but mostly B, it looks like. Next up, Tempo. Fear, put yourself in so somebody can fill in the D tier. Chill. Where should Tempo go? Chat seems to be trying to decide between A and B right now. But it's mostly B. It seems like people are thinking top of B. I could see that. I could see that. Right up there with Rezears.
Fear hype.
All right. Next up is maybe somebody we don't see as often in 1v1. Mr. Joyo. I noticed Joyo was top 15 maybe, or top 10 in 1v1. So I did hit him with the invite. I said, hey, you want to play some 1v1 content? I will reveal what it is in a second. They were the 5 months of Prime. Any other? Appreciate you. It's interesting because stream's not ending. Don't let that fool you. Joyo, people cannot seem to decide. I'm gonna put him C. I mean, technically, the most votes are for B, but I think based on what we've seen from him in tournaments and stuff, which is basically we haven't seen him play tournaments, I think. I don't know if he played RLCS 1s. He's pretty split between D, C, B. I think C is probably fine. We can move people around more if we feel we need to. How about Rise? The show match did end. Yes, yes, yes. We are in the process of announcing our announcements. The Dawn-a-thon. A series of streams starting Monday from 10 to 3. But what is the main event of said streams? It has yet to be displayed. Chat deciding between C and D for Rise. Rise has always played some really strong 1v1 when he does show up against just about anybody. I'm going to put him C. I don't even know if we need D. Vatira! Where should Vatira go on this list? Where should Vatira go on this list? I would think chat will be deciding between S or A. If you were to ask me. It looks like chat is going A, but they are deciding between S and A for the most parts. This is going to help guide me. I haven't decided exactly, you know, how rigid the rules are going to be. And now Toxic. Let's finish off with Toxic. We'll take a look at our tier list, and I'll explain to you why we needed to do this. Where should Toxic go? Wow, Toxic is maybe the most spread out of anybody. Toxic is maybe gonna go into A or B. Maybe he's like right here. I think this is a pretty wide. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Okay, chats. The reason why we have tier listed these players is because it is going to end up playing into the percent chance that one of these guys plays. Now you might be asking, what are you talking about? That makes no sense at all. It's because I haven't explained anything yet. So chill. Give me a second. The double or nothing-a-thon is going to involve players playing best of 7 show matches on stream. After each match that they win, they can decide to either go for double or nothing or cash out. Then another random player who has agreed to be part of the challenge will get selected in order for them to play against. Now, you guys know me. I love giving money to Moxie. I love getting money to Moxie. And if we had Moxie start out in this challenge, he would maybe run me dry right away. So what I have done to kind of combat that is the likelihood of selecting an S tier player that you'll have to play against on each round, or an A tier or a B tier or a C tier, gets more and more likely as you go down the tier list. Does that make sense? So Drowley and Moxie will be your least likely opponent to get if you elect to go double or nothing, although it is still possible to get them on the list. You can spam question marks all you want. Here is another graphic that we're going to be using. Let me go find it. Do I have it pulled up already, or need to pull it up again? Here is our graphic we're going to be using, and I'm going to let you guys give suggestions if you want as well. So here's our double or nothing contest. So let's say we did a random spin, and the winner of the random spin is everybody's favorite player, the Red Mob. Then he is going to get to play first. We will randomly select who his opponent might be, and let's say he gets Dr. Known. The first level, level 1, will be for exactly $31.25. It'll be for exactly $31.25. Now, if Red Mob were to win, let's say he wins 4-2, he could decide to cash out his $31.25, or he could decide to go double or nothing, randomly acquire another opponent, and get $62.50 if he's able to win. Now you might be wondering, I see $31.25, $62.50, $125. Where does it end? Where does it end? Does it end? Well, as you can see, it doesn't end at $250. Players can win $250 by going 4 in a row. It doesn't end at $250 either, because we see that it goes to 500. Do you think it ends at 500? No, of course not. It could go to 1,000. But do you think it ends at 1,000? 1,000's a lot of money.
Holy Turla.
Of course not.
Chat.
No, it could go to $2,000. Is $2,000 the limit?
This idea.
No. You could get $4,000. Is that the limit? You could get $16 million. No, of course not, right? Of course you can't get $16 million. Chad, of course you can't get $16 million, okay? I filled this all out so that you didn't know where it ends. I can't lie to you. It does end somewhere on this list, but I think I've decided to not tell you where it ends just yet. And if we get to it, if someone wants to go past the limit that I cannot disclose, it may or may not be $16,384,000. It's not 32.5. It's not 32.5. Trust me. Trust me when I say it's at a hype level. Who knows? Maybe the Donathon goes crazy and I can afford to let another level go or something. But just know that it's at a pretty hype level. The players have also been let known like about how far they can make it. So I'm not just like scamming them and being like, well, guess what? You only can get $62. So the players kind of know what they could get if they make it all the way. Can Red Mob see the opponent before deciding? Okay, here's a great question, chat. Here's a great question. I was thinking about lifelines. First off, let me thank some subs. No Fire, thank you for the 6 months prime. And Residual, thank you for the 13 months prime. Rezears is playing. Rezears is one of the players. So, today, by the way, chat, today we are going to spin who plays the first match of the Donathon. We should have at least one match a day. We'll run more if we can schedule more. And then the 10 to 3 time slot can be filled with whatever we want, whether that's us playing Rocket League, maybe it's getting other show matches, maybe it's doing non-Rocket League stuff. I want to be live. I want to be live kind of like I haven't been live recently. I just want to be live. So, we will be live from 10 to 3 during the Donathon. There will be subs attached to a timer because I know you guys love that. And if the timer hits 0, then the Donathon might also end. There's 2 ways the Donathon ends. 2 ways. One, somebody wins enough that I can't afford anymore. So we have to be done. If they win enough and they cash out and I have no money for the Donathon anymore, it has to be done. And the other method is a timer hits 0 and then we'll play our last match. Afterpone, maybe the 11 months prime. Elden Ring would be legendary. That could be one of the things we're going to do. Anyways, I got distracted during all of that. And I meant to say, I want to have potential lifelines. Here are ones that I've thought of for players. I don't want to give them too many, but one could be that they respin. For example, let's say the Red Mob spins, he gets Moxie, and he's like, I'm going to use my 1 respin. Then he could use up his respin, spin it again, and who'd he get? Oh, he got Drally. Unlucky. I thought potentially chat chooses your opponent as a lifeline, but that's not even a lifeline. Something tells me chat might just pick Moxie. So we could potentially do chat picks. Here, let me pull up a notepad real quick. What do you guys think about potential lifelines that you guys want? One could be chat picks. I don't think this is... I thought of this one too. But this doesn't feel like a lifeline. Chat could just screw them over. Chat would never pick Milksy. We pick Zen. Well, you can only pick people who I've been able to talk to and agree they'll play in it. Which right now are these people. I think we could potentially get more. So there's obviously one that I think is really obvious. It's just respin. One time you can just spin for a different opponent. Another one is this remove player one. My thoughts for this is you could, before the spin, say, you know what? I'll go again for literally anyone but CRR. You know, I don't want to get CRR. And if I can go one more time and I know I can't get CRR, then I'll do it. And you can do that maybe once. Or we can have chat picks. I mean, we can maybe include this. I think it could be a big mistake for a player to use this. I think they'll just pick the toughest opponent probably, but you never know. You can do a 50-50 so they get to choose randomly picked players. Ooh, okay. I like that. So we pick 2 players, and then they get to pick which one of the 2 players. That's fire. That's good. Player picks a region to respin from. You'll notice that all of the players play on European servers right now. I didn't have a great answer for including North Americans. And so for now, it's all European servers. Do 100x or nothing. You just hate NA? I don't hate NA. I don't hate NA. I'd love to have a lot of the top NA guys. We could do some crossover matches, and we might add them in. Sai is North American. The problem is you have to be able to play on EU servers. Safe level, if they get a difficult matchup, they can choose to be safe so that even if they lose, they stay at their current level. No, I don't like that one. It's good thinking. It's good thinking. I like where your head's at. I like your vibe. That being said, I don't think I want that to be possible. I think losing should just make you lose, no matter what. Try getting Nupo Zen, Stizzy, Appjack. I bet you at least some of those guys you just listed will play, but I haven't been able to confirm with them yet. And if they haven't confirmed fully, then they're not. Their names aren't showing. Country respin. If no region, do country. So you get somebody and you pick someone from a different part of their country, or like you get France, you get Moxie, and instead you respin for a different French player. Where is Appjack? Hopefully Appjack will be down to play. I haven't been able to hear from him yet. He hasn't said yes or no. Can they cash out after finding out the opponent? No. Once you decide to go, you, I mean, that's another way a safe one could be. It could be like safe, find your opponent, and then cash out one time, but I don't think I like that either. If you're going again, you're getting a somewhat random opponent, whether it's someone you can respin once, whether it's one player you can take out. Chat picks are 50-50 here. Let's get a poll. Let's pick maybe 2 or 3 max that they can use, and I'll let you guys pick the ones that we go with. They could pick an opponent, but start down 0-1. Huh. Interesting. So not random, but you start down 0-1. I'm assuming... How about this? Not random, but you start down 0-2 in every game. Interesting. What do we think about that? I don't know if down 0-1 is good enough. If you know you can sweep somebody 0-1 game, not goals, but what if it were goals? Do you guys like, yeah, every game? So you have a handicap on every single game against them. That's the PR way of doing it. To me, that seems more disrespectful. 0-2 in the series. It is a best of 7 series. Chat picks, but they X out 1 opponent. It'd have to be down 3 goals every game, IMO, since 1 has a lot of goals. 1 does have a lot of goals. And you should get a pretty big, punishments for getting to pick your opponent. So if Drowley wanted me, he would have to win 4 in a row. No, so if let's say Drowley was playing and he wants to play the mob for sure, he can pick the mob, but every game he will start down 0-3. For example, like Alpha Kep does this with pros, where he starts losing in every game and tries to win, and he was actually able to win a couple of them. So maybe that's why I went with 2 instead of 3. You have to play the best player, but you have admin perms. They're all pretty good. I feel like a player is unlikely to choose that. Read my chat. Red Mob says, so if Drowley wanted me, he'd have to win 4 in a row. What before that one? You start down a game for every tier. Oh, you mean like from the tier list? Okay. I'll explain how the tier list is going to work, chat. So the reason why we did the tier list in the first place, we're not spinning just yet, but we're going to have this wheel. And on this wheel, I have example people like me and Johnny, because I just filled it out. But we'll fill it out with the actual people who are playing right now. So the people who are actually playing are right here. Drally, Moxie, Batira, Atto, Jorias, Toxic, Rezears, Tempo, Juicy, Nush, Dr. Known, Reb Mob, CRR, Joyo, Rise. Now, what we're going to do is weight them in order of their tier. So Drally and Moxie would stay at 1. My thought is Batira and Atto and Jorias would maybe go to 2. Toxic, Rezears, Tempo would go to either like 3 or maybe 4. And then the Mob could be as high as 6. So this is the reason why putting Mob S tier was maybe not the play. It would make it less likely that Mob even gets to play. So then here's our weighted wheel. As you can see, it's not super likely that Moxie would get picked or Drally. For example, I'll spin it right now. This is an example spin, and you can see it will not land. Oh, look who it almost landed on. Oh, did it land on the Mob? No, it landed on CRR. So anyways, this is to prevent from having to play a Drally or a Moxie too soon. In theory, it should slightly guide you to having a appropriately difficult order of matches. That is the idea. And you might get unlucky or you might get lucky. There's also some luck to it. Lifeline, stop games, start marbles. Complicated Fear schemes are back. That's how I know the subathon is back. The Dawn-a-thon will be back. Not today, though. Starts Monday because I have to, take vacation again. I had to take a week-long vacation after this stream. Can you shuffle it so you don't have all the tiers next to each other? I know. Let's see. Okay. You're right. That is a little bit more spicy. I think the mechanics of how it works, the randomness of it is exactly the same, whether they're next to each other or not. But it does look better. I can agree with that. So again, that was another test roll. Chat, remember to question mark every time Fear explains the rules. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what lifelines do we want them to have. Respin seems like an obvious one to me. Remove one player, then spin. Chat just picks for them instead of it being random. 50-50. Pick 2 randoms. They decide. And then not random, but you start down in the series/game. I can decide which exact one I want to do. Any more we want to vote on. I don't think we're going to give people 5 because then they can just use one like every time. I think at most I'd do is 3. They should cost money from their winnings to use. Once a player wins/money cashes out, can they enter again to win more? No. So here's one thing I'm going to do too. First off, if you lose to somebody, their run is going to start pretty much with that game, if that makes sense. So don't type question marks. But let's say Red Mob gets Dr. Known at the start, and then he just loses. He just loses to Dr. Known right away. Then it'll become Dr. Known's run. We'll put Mob back, and then, Dr. Known will start at a 4-2. He'll have $31, and he can decide whether to double it or not. What about making the 50-50 pick between the highest and lowest rated players remaining? I think I like the double random one first. The thing is, people might not use their lifelines. You might only get 2. Anyways, let's see what you guys think about them. Vote on which one is most interesting to you. 1 in chat if you like respinning. 2 if you like to maybe remove one player and then have them spin. This is as a lifeline they can use once or twice. 3 if you just want chat to be able to pick. 50-50 feels good. I kind of like respin and 50-50. I actually think that we don't need to go too crazy with these. Okay, chat really likes respin. I think we use respin. That one seems obvious to me. So I think we maybe only need one more. So vote again. I think 50-50. Where you just get 2 spins and you get to pick one of the 2 is a pretty good additional. And then if we add one more, I feel like chat picks is kind of spicy. What if there's a coin flip they can only use once to counter a lifeline? You love me. You know me. You love me. You know me. I love more randomness. Yeah, I like 50-50 too. And then maybe chat picks. Maybe chat picks as well. We'll have to decide. Okay. So chat, does that all make sense? There's going to be a timer, a subathon timer for the 5-hour streams each day. I am not going to do what I did last time. If you guys remember the 9 to 5-a-thon, each week it got harder and harder and harder to keep it going. I am not going to do that because I will let it basically keep going until someone runs me dry of 16 million. Hopefully we can add more players into this pool of people who could potentially play. But assuming we all understand how it works, how it starts on Monday of next week, then we can pick who's the first people to play. The actual first 2 people to play. Where's the NA players? We do not have NA players. Are we ready? I think we might be ready, chat. To select who will be our first 2. Fear stalled so much I fell asleep, woke up, and falling asleep again. I have a question, just got here. Can you start from the beginning? Vacation, big announcement, directly goes on vacation again. Yes, that is unfortunately what's happening. But I am working on getting the Dawn-a-thon going in the meantime. All right, chat. Let us decide. It is time for the first official roles to see who will be playing in the Dawn-a-thon first. Now, there's a chance we could get Moxie or Drowley. They run me dry, and this is the shortest event you could have ever hoped for. But, to be fair, even Moxie and Drowley were having a tough time getting consistent wins against opponents of similar caliber. So who knows? Maybe we do this forever because people get greedy and they refuse to cash out. But let's do it. Let's find out who's playing first. Our first contestant in the Dawn-a-thon, assuming they're available on Monday. But they should be able to play. This is the day that I gave everybody the announcements. I haven't learned the timing yet. Nush! Nush gets to go first! Nush will be our first player. So I'll take him off. Nush's first opponents, assuming he's going to play and not just start with 0. Joyo! Nush versus Joyo. We will confirm with these guys to kick it off Monday, a best of 7 between Nush and Joyo. Really, either one of them could be considered the one who's going first. You know, you could put Nush here. Because after they win, that's when the real double or nothing action starts. So the winner of this match wins $16 million. No, the winner of the first match wins $31.25. And they can decide whether or not to double up or not. So that's the big announcements. I think it's going to be sick. Hopefully at some point we get a nice big streak. We get people going for big dollar amounts. All the meanwhile, chat, I'll be live here on twitch.tv. Maybe we'll do fun stuff like I'll play ranked. Maybe we like play Elden Ring. People have been excited about that. Maybe I come up with some other fun ideas with chat interaction games like we do during watch parties and stuff. Basically, I want to get live and make cool content. What I want to do too, and this is just dream world, is I want to have videos for the main channel. Clearly, that should be easy, right? That's going to happen naturally during the Begathon. The Begathon should have that happen naturally based on, you know, the best of sevens we're going to get. And then I want to make videos for another channel. Maybe not necessarily Rocket League ones. Maybe there will be partially Rocket League. That would be my ideal world. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Can't wait for the Dongerge-a-thon. It is kind of like the Dongerge-a-thon. Oh, like Old Feer? Old Feer never made other videos, to be honest. But Old Feer is the name of the channel, yes. Is it possible to drop out any of the players and just get 1439? Could we have started with 1439? It'd be just a little bit too low. Can we donate to the prize pool? Here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing about potentially donating to the prize pool, as we will play our potential goodbye music here. I thought about allowing people to donate to the prize pool, but even though I haven't told you guys where the cap is, right? It's somewhere in here. I promise you that the cap is pretty hype, and I promise you that I wouldn't want to take that much money to get one more level. Let's say the cap was 32,000 as speculation. That means in order to get one more game, you'd like to make it like kind of additionally and worth it for your donation, you'd have to donate 32,000 in order to get us one more game. So I was like, I don't know. If anything, I would do donations for a 2v2 version, because when I was talking to these people, they were like pretty excited about the 1v1 idea. Maybe a 2v2 version could be a sick one to do, but I'm going to run out of money presumably for the 1v1 version. So yeah. Anyways, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you guys enjoy this idea that I've been cooking up. I want to do more streams. This is going to be my answer to that. Streaming more and more. Maybe people never ever, you know, get money out of the Donathon, and maybe it just goes on for the rest of life. It is possible. Can you activate Tangia in the subathon so we can donate more? I don't even know what that is. Use a log graph to determine amounts if you allow donations. We did hit the sub goal. You guys want to end with marbles? No, I kind of have the goodbye music on already, so everyone already left. So, anyways, chat, thanks for hanging. This comes Monday. Monday. Sorry to say the word marbles. We're not going to play it. The Donathon. Someone asked me to announce it on Twitter. I might announce it on Twitter here later. Hopefully you guys are excited. I like streaming. This is my way to go live every day and have a reason to stream no matter what. Even though it doesn't seem like I like streaming because I haven't been live very much. But I will be! Scamathon, Donathon, Begathon, whatever you guys want to call it. Monday. See you there. Bye.